most of you probably noticed that the Big Ten altered the schedule next season, changes a few teams. One of those included is Indiana is affected by that, but not a big change. They will be playing Illinois, though. Who did they lose? Northwestern?
Yeah, I think they swapped Northwestern for Illinois. Now Northwestern will play Penn State.
So so does Indiana open? They open with Illinois next year, then, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, these changes were for next season, and oddly enough, again, Indiana. I want to look through these of the Big Ten teams. There's only four teams, but two Big Ten games that open the season with the Big Ten opponent. Why? Why was the Big Ten do that to itself? I know you can't tell me TV. There's enough damn TV out there for everybody now, because everybody has a stinking network. So why would you do that to yourself? Now, that's not exactly a matchup that scares you. It's not like going to Iowa City, and you're playing at home, but still playing a Big Ten opponent to open the season. Well, I mean, I guess this could be like it was in the 40s, but we're not in the 40s.
Right. I think optimizing your ability to get exposure on that first week of the season is really the Big Ten's goal. So they have Illinois, Indiana, Purdue, Penn State, and then in the week 0 game, it's Nebraska and Northwestern in Ireland, excuse me. So you've got 3 Big Ten games through the first, technically, 2 weeks of the season. The thing I like about, and now this doesn't apply to Nebraska Northwestern, but the one thing that I do give the Big Ten credit for in this regard is the fact that it usually does these early season matchups in cross-division games. So, Purdue could upset Penn State, and that doesn't necessarily – Penn State can still win the Big Ten East. It still has all 6 opponents in the Big Ten East in front of it. Indiana could beat Illinois. Illinois could still be in the race for the Big Ten West. So I do like
see that doesn't matter because it doesn't matter who your losses come from. The Big Ten is, again, they're in their infinite wisdom. You can a game lost in the Western Division still counts in your overall record. So,
right, but you don't have. What I'm saying is, imagine if Penn State and Ohio State met in week 1. And then those 2 teams go undefeated all the way. Then Penn State really doesn't have a chance to catch up, as opposed to if they would.
Right. Playing a cross rival,
right.
And I just noticed this also. Illinois, not only are they opening up their conference season, they don't open it up in week 1. They also have a game in week 0. Now,
Illinois.
They're playing Wyoming, it looks like. I see a draw.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep, you're right. I forgot about that.
So,
correct.
Wow. So they open up week 0. So that's going to be a huge advantage having a game the week before Indiana opens the season with a conference foe. That is a trap game. I've never seen a trap game at the start of the season, Dustin. That is a trap game waiting to happen. Illinois, Cinderella story here in Augusta. They've been sucking so long, but actually they were kind of competitive last year already with Bilema, and they're probably going to get better. They're going to have that game to play in front. That is a gigantic advantage.
Yeah, that's you get 1 game under your belt, so it's going to be interesting to see how both teams come out of that game. It is what it is. Usually there's a bye week, so I don't know. I don't know how that works out, but I completely forgot about that game that Illinois scheduled. I think they announced it a long time ago, actually, but apparently they like playing on week 0, and I don't blame Brett Bielema for that. A lot of people don't like to see
No.
their team play in week 0. But that gives you, think about, there's probably there's usually 5 or 6 games that week. Why not be one of them? Why not stand out?
Illinois has the best, their schedule is set up the best of any team in the Big Ten, I believe. They play Wyoming to open up the season. Then they play Indiana. Then they play Virginia. Then they have a bye. Then they play that's Chattanooga, maybe, I don't know. Wisconsin, Penn State, Minnesota. Then they have another bye. Then they finish out their 5-game season. But that's to me, man, that's nice. Boom, boom, boom. That, and then now you look at Indiana. That's a game. You can't lose that game if you're Indiana. It's a home game. It's Big Ten. It's a team that you just have to beat. That all of a sudden becomes a big game for Indiana. Holy crap.
Not to mention the fact that you have to go to Cincinnati this year. I mean, it's important. We're already looking at the 2022
Oh, my goodness.
It's already important that Indiana start the season 3-0, because look at that. I mean, you have Cincinnati on the road, then you go to Nebraska, host Michigan, host Maryland, on the road at Rutgers, and then November, good luck. Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan State, Purdue. That's going to be tough.
I'm glad we're not going to be talking about that for a while. That's not in Indiana. Y'all talked about how Illinois' schedule laid out perfectly. Indiana, I guess week 0 is considered a bye week for these teams. So Indiana plays 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 consecutive games before they get a bye, with 4 games left in the season.
I thought the way Purdue's schedule set up too, they don't play Ohio State, Michigan, or Michigan State. They get Penn State in week 1, and then they get Iowa at home, they get Nebraska at home. I think that those 2 teams, Purdue and Illinois, kind of got the benefit. I guess the benefit.
You mean a cupcake schedule?
Yeah, like as Jennifer pointed out, yeah. They got the lucky end of that deal. Part of it is because they get Indiana at the end of that's always going to be a permanent game, so they don't have the opportunity to get that 3rd game against some of the other opponents. But yeah, I mean that I think Illinois and Purdue, the way those 2 schedules lay out, those are the 2 schedules you'd like to have if you're in the Big Ten West.